Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, December 8th. Thank you for being here this morning. It's less than 3 weeks from Christmas. And if you're like me, you're interested in Christmas presents. And as a parent, I was always interested in wanting to give gifts to my children. And there just never seemed to be quite enough to do what I really wanted to do. And some of that was selfish on my part. Some of it was, wanting to do the wrong things perhaps with gifts. But there was a legitimate desire to give good things to my children. Indeed, in Luke 11, we read about that. We desire to give good things to our children. But what are the gifts that God would really have us give? And we get a lot of help here this morning from words of Christ and words of Solomon in the Proverbs about how to give gifts and the right kind of gifts to give. So in Luke 12, this man comes out of the crowd demanding of Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." So he clearly thinks that Jesus has a role to make things right in his life. He's totally misunderstanding the purpose of Christ and what he's about and what his purpose in life is and how he is our God to be served, not a God, little g, to serve us. So he's demanding of Jesus, tell my brother to make things okay with me. Give me what I want. And Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" What he's saying, Jesus, of course, is the ultimate arbiter and judge. But not for this man. The assigned role that this man is given to Jesus, Jesus wants no part of. So that's why he says, "Who appointed me to do your bidding? I'm not here to do what you want." And then he leaves that and he turns to the disciples around him, leaving this poor fellow standing there while Jesus explains to him what really is important in life. He says, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed." And then this is a passage that should be for the Christmas season, for all times. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. That's not a plea to poverty or an appeal to poverty. That's just saying our possessions are not what life consists of. And then if you read the balance of Luke 12, you see this exquisitely beautiful explanation of what's important in life. But I'm going to zero this right down to some practical ideas about gift giving. And the best gifts that you have to give to your children are not the ones that you wrap and put under a tree. The best gifts that you have are the ones of giving yourself in very basic, simple ways that will last for the rest of their life. And I'm just going to talk about 3 of them this morning, and we find them in the Proverbs. And they're incredibly simple, incredibly profound, and have the explosive dynamic power to change your relationship with your children right now and for the rest of their lives in your life. And there are more, but I'm going to do these 3 this morning. The first one is found in Proverbs chapter 16, where it says, "A king's face brings life. The king's smile brings life. Our countenance matters. For a king to smile on his subjects meant good times. The king likes me. I'm safe. I'm secure. For a king to frown on his subjects meant I'm toast. The king has the power to even eliminate me. So when the king smiles at me, life is good." Well, when you smile at your children, life is good. You may be worried about something. You may have something that is weighing down on you. That's legitimate. But remember, don't take that burden and shove it on your children. Delight in them with your face. Your smile, your countenance is a precious gift to give to your kids every moment of every day. The second gift is found in Proverbs 18, verse 13. listening well. He who answers before listening, that's his folly and his shame. That's a devastating thing, to answer or not listen. Because that means you already know. If you answer before you really understand, that means I'm more important. You as a parent are more important. You as a person are more important than the person you're talking to. So you haven't heard them and you shut them down. One of the reasons teenagers can't communicate well with their parents is because parents aren't listening to them. We have to have the courage to listen even to the hard things so that we know that they're important because we are obeying God, so we really hear them. So we're going to smile, we're going to listen well, and then back to Proverbs 16, we're going to speak pleasant words. We're going to be encouraging to them. And we're going to speak truth, but we're going to do it pleasantly. So 3 gifts, 3 unbelievably powerful gifts. A countenance which is smiling and welcoming and thrilled to see your kids. Taking the time, the energy, the commitment to listen to them so you really know what's in their hearts. And then speaking words that are pleasant, encouraging, uplifting, and not words that are self-serving. That's how we give gifts that bring honor to God. That's how Jesus can turn us around into giving gifts that where the gifts under the tree will be literally insignificant compared to these 3 precious gifts. Give these 3 gifts. The gift of the smiling countenance, the gift of listening well, and the gift of pleasant words. Give them to your children, and don't wait till Christmas Day. Start right now. Thanks so much for being here, and Lord willing, we'll be back tonight. Have a great day.